We bought a Lifetime shed, storage building. Lifetime outdoor storage shed. And of course there's cardboard left over. We saved the cardboard because we're going to use that to block weeds in some areas of our garden. These were big old gracious pieces, but in the meantime, it's also a wonderful huge building blocks for youth. Our grandchildren have really enjoyed it. They're building little houses, just building little things, using them like big blocks. I've got to feed the chickens this morning. Good morning, girls. Good morning. They have started to lay eggs again. I've already collected the little warm eggs. They're like so many others. They are enjoying lunchtime. I took down the ladder. I moved the ladder so that I could just go ahead and feed them, and I'm not as tall, so I made a mess trying to get them to feed. Got it all in my hair. All over the phone. Have to feed the little bantams. Got their food to them. I see one egg in the little... Well, actually, there were 5 little eggs in there. And I got putting my rock to use to hold this door. Not that they're really that strong enough to push the door, but I don't want anything else opening it either. I'm just out here accessing and seeing about the compost bin. This is the area where we empty our compost. This part has already been composted. This part over here was a lot of green matter. So green matter goes over here on the edge, and then compost is right here. This is our kitchen compost, our backyard compost. Looks messy. Looks exactly how a compost bin is going to look. You see there's eggshells. There's cardboard that breaks down easy. Other things in there. That's the kitchen compost. And when that kitchen compost breaks down enough, we bring it over here and put it in this big compost pile right here. And then this is what we use when we put compost on our garden, mix it in with other soils and different things. You can see there's some ivy coming in it. I've got to pull that out. That came from the neighbors. That ivy came from their side of the fence, and it grew into our fence. And there we go. We've got the whole issue of that invasive ivy trying to come over. This is our little garden bed. We planted a blackberry here last year, and it is looking beautiful. I have not got out here and raked or cleaned up this garden bed that we've got right here. I've got to do that. Here's the little gate. We used to have a German Shepherd. He passed away, and we would have to close him out because he would run in the garden. But there are weeds that I've got to get out. There is the dock. We eat dock and occasionally, and we use it for different medicinal reasons. And it's on the outside of the garden. A little bit has come in, so I'm going to have to just take that in that's growing in the garden out. We've got an apple tree that's in the garden. We have a small backyard, and we make the most of it. Over here, there's some wild lettuce coming up. Here's an elderberry that's in the garden. We've just left that because they're so useful. There's some little cherry trees from the neighbors coming up. I'll have to pull all those out. I'll have to get all of this ivy out of the garden, and it came from the neighbors. You can see it was around their tree. They planted something that had ivy on it, and is all up their building. And it is invading over here into my vegetable garden. Now this garden got full sun. We've got some elderberry cuttings where Donald cut the elderberries back. And look at them. They have green growth on the cuttings. If you have elderberry bushes, you can put those sticks down in the ground and root some elderberry trees to give to friends and family if you don't have enough. But there's a lot of work that has to be done in this summer garden. We have not got out here yet. Donald and my son, my oldest son, it took them 2 days to put together the garden shed. And I'll show you the garden shed, the potting shed that's out front. This is the snowball bush that I rooted a couple of years back. I had it in a pot for 2 years, and then we put it in the ground last year, and look how it's come back this year. How exciting. I have boots for the back and I have boots for the front. I can't wear my backyard boots through the house. I use the backyard boots, and then here's the front yard boots. I'm going to show you where the potting shed's at. So if you come out the front door, the potting shed is to the right. Over here is my potting mess that I've had for 2 years now, waiting for a potting shed. This is the walkway to the potting shed. I bought these pavers before I ever had a potting shed because I was waiting for the budget and the time, and there it is. It's a Lifetime building. A Lifetime brand. My husband and my son were able to put it together in 2 days. They probably could have put it together in 1 full day, but they had to run and do other things, so they worked on it 2 days. Got it screwed and snapped and put together the way that the instructions say. And I cannot wait to get my stuff in it, to go through and do all the stuff that I have to do. There's an area for a lock right here, a padlock, which I will probably put on after I get all of my stuff in. No need to lock it up right now because there is nothing in it. Now I have many, many things out here that I'm going to have to go through. I'm going to have to decide what goes in that potting shed and what stays out. So that's what I'm doing right here. I've got to go through all of this. It'll be time for me to start the seeds soon. I have all my seed starting pots and things under here. I'm actually rooting these. I need to get them out of the direct sun. I had to move them because we had extremely strong winds. These are cuttings of the camellia I have made for friends and family. They don't really need to be in the direct sun. I had them in a different place, but the winds were blowing and blew them all out, and I had to redo them. Some of them were still in a lot of water. I got to keep them really moist until I start seeing the new roots. I've shared that I use these little McDonald's cups for terrariums. I use them for starter cups because they hold water well. They allow enough light, and there's a great way to recycle those McDonald's cups in my garden and in my potting area. I've got different soils. I've got peat moss. This is the soil that I put in here, potting soil to use for different things. I've got some lawn and garden soil conditioner that I add occasionally. Usually we just use our compost, but sometimes there's not enough compost, so we add some different things. It's redbud season. The redbuds are out, and how beautiful are they? It's spring. We had a false spring, a false summer they call it. It warmed up really warm. All of the plants budded out. The flowering fruit trees and different things. We're hoping they didn't get bit back so that they won't, if the frost and cold bites them back, you won't get the fruit. Right here are the beautiful red buds on the side of the house. My husband and I planted those. The wisteria will be popping out before we know it. And then the honeysuckle. So when a lot of this stuff pops out, it is absolutely beautiful on this side of the house. This is the south side of our house. We have had black spot on these roses, and we have fought it for like the last 3 years. I want to make a whole video on it. And this is the first year the roses leaves have come back and we see no black spot. We did not cut these rose bushes down. These are climbers, beautiful red climbers. I don't know the name of them because these things have been here as long as the house has been. We planted these when we first moved in. I was 20 years old and my husband was 22. So we were very young. I didn't document. I do remember ordering these. I think it was from Jackson and Perkins. I ordered these roses, these climbers, and we had all across the front. Now the two that was over here, they're not here. Donald said he thinks we relocated them. I can't even remember. It's been so long ago what we did with those two. But we are going to have beautiful yellow and orange peace roses. This is a climber. It's called Peace, and these roses are absolutely beautiful. In fact, I would like to take a few cuttings and get some more of these rose bushes started. Now this is jasmine, Carolina jasmine, just growing up right here, as pretty as it can be. So spring is springing out, and we don't have everything done. I have a little tree. Where is my little tree? I put it out of the sun and over here in the shade where I could water it more, because we're going to plant this little tree in this pot right here beside of the porch. I've done that several years. I've always had these beautiful little arborvitaes or blue spruces, just small little more affordable pines. This is one that we grew in those pots beside of the porch, and as you can see, it's filling out and growing, and we've enjoyed it out here in the garden for several years. It's a way to get a very big, you know, a nice plant, buying small, allowing it to grow bigger, and having a much bigger tree at a lower cost, but also getting the use of it being an accessory in a pot before you have to move it out onto the ground. So that is wonderful. This is our spring garden right now. I'll be sharing more with you. I'll be sharing many more ideas and different tips, things to help you in the beginning garden, also things to help you sustain an older garden. This garden's over 40 years old, and it's ooh, we have got butterflies. I didn't know that butterflies were already out. I don't know if you can catch it, but it flew by. So we do have butterflies blooming. That's a good thing. We have been cleaning, organizing, and building new spaces for storage and for all the activities that we have out here in our yard, in our small yard. We have a small city lot. I am from the Appalachian Mountains. Donald's also from the Appalachian Mountains, just a different section from where I grew up. We grew up, our family is way in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. So I have a lot of those things that I've picked up from just being taught things as we grew up, and I have a lot of those things to share. But here today, we have been on this small lot for a very long time. We have planted it. It's a lot of things that are established well here, and you know, there are things that you learn from having a garden that long, the same garden, planting it, maintaining it, and taking care of it for over 40 years. you get some knowledge and some experience that you don't have when you're a first-time gardener. So I have a lot of that to pass along. We have planted things. We still have some original plants from that original garden. But when we first moved here, our gardens were very tiny. We just had a straight little line right there in front of the house. We always had a bigger vegetable garden in the back. And we have learned ways to expand and to make use of every inch of this lot that we have here in the city. It's not a big city. It's just, you know, we live in a small town, but it is still in the Appalachians. We are still in the Appalachian region, just much further down than we originally started, than our families originally were. But it's wonderful. It's a wonderful little place. It's very small. It's still very fruitful. We have a lot of beautiful color. We have a lot of vegetables grown in our tiny garden. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad you're joining this channel for the love of gardening, because I do. I have a love for gardening, and I want to share it with you, share some of the things over the time with these videos, things that I've learned and what the garden's doing now. Beautiful red buds are blooming now. I make jelly out of these red bud blooms. If you want to know more about that, you can look on my other channel and just search Much Ado About Something and put red bud jelly in the video searches, and you will find my recipe for red bud jelly. It's delicious. It's a very old recipe and very unique, has a very unique flavor. I started this channel because I have a sister channel, Much Ado About Something. Some of you may know me from that. Some of you may have came here from Much Ado About Something. Thank you. Thank you for checking out this channel, and thank you for joining me and seeing what I've got to share. I have a lot of gardening, and my channel started out with herb. My very first video was harvesting goldenrod. It's an herb that grows common everywhere, easy to identify, easy to harvest, and easy to use. And so I have that video. That was my very first video. And then later on, there are a lot of my videos were gardening videos because of the time of the year it was when I started my channel. So I have a lot of gardening things. I am separating a lot of the gardening from my Much Ado About Something, because there are so many other things over there, and it's just a unique channel. It offers a lot. I have a lot going on that channel of different things, from decorating to recipes to ideas, and then I have a lot of gardening. Much Ado About Something is lifestyle, budget-friendly home and gardening, and for the love of gardening is just that. This channel is just separating. There won't be a lot of anything on here but gardening. And so I thought that the gardening segment was so big that I might as well go ahead and separate and make a second channel so that I could just focus on gardening videos for those that are here for the gardening channel. And for the love of gardening makes it much easier to do that, to just solely concentrate on gardening for you. And then when you watch it, you'll know what to expect. All you garden lovers out there, all you plant lovers, you'll know to come to this channel and see gardening. So that's the reason I created a new channel. I'm glad to have you here. I hope that you enjoy being here. I'll share with you plants where I get them, things that I start, ideas and different things over the course of this channel. I'll share with you everything that I can, and hopefully it'll inspire you or give you a tip. Well, I want to go ahead, and there's a few things I've got to go get into right now. I'm so glad that you're here, so glad that you showed up. Remind you to subscribe if it's something that you like, and to share if you think somebody else will like it. Like and hype me if you want to. I'm glad that you're here. And like always, until next time.